Last night, I played Life-in-Reterra for the first time. And now I'm here at my friend Stan's studio so that he can help me to rebuild my community that I made. I had an idea to immortalize this into a 3D diorama. So let's have a look at how I got here. In Life-in-Reterra, you start with this tile here with the logo, and then you build your community out from there. And when you reach a point where the gears have 3 connecting on the same type of land tile, you can put a building. We see the gears here, they're not worth any points, but you can put the little inhabitants there. Another thing in this game are relics, and relics are worth points. But you can also play against your neighbors, and you can add junk to their relics. And my neighbor put it on my relic, so I didn't get any points. Actually, I got -1 point for that. So another big part of the strategy of my game was to use the energy source here and have it surrounded by land tiles. I'm super excited to get started with this design. I can really see how you put all the detail from last night's community into this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. He has mapped everything out, drawn in where the building, where the island's gonna be. I'm getting really excited for this. Okay, the foundation's looking good. Oh, be careful, huh? Ooh. Okay, amazing. Now that the foundation has taken shape, we're going to strengthen it with some liquid acrylic gypsum. This part is really cool. To mix, we're first gonna add the liquid, and then just a little bit of pigment is all you need. You add a little bit of powder and mix at the same time. Wow. All right, this is what we need, and now let's pour. Wow, the terrain is really coming together, but hold on. I think we're missing just right here a little bit of green.
What?
It's a wrap. Now it's time for my favorite part, the epoxy. We're gonna use this to fill in the water over here. Let's get going. Perfect. Stan will add in the pigments. Looking good. Now that the terrain is complete, we're going to combine the nature with the man-made world, just like in the game. By using this 3D resin printer, we're going to recreate the tiny inhabitants and buildings. And while it's working its magic, Stan is gonna start on the gears. Okay, so I'm placing the last inhabitant here next to the gear in the grass area, and our community is looking even better than I could have ever imagined. I am so thrilled with the job that we made together. It looks so good. Now for the final touch, let's place the life-in-Reterra sign. And voila, here we have the final result of my life-in-Reterra community. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. Thanks to Stan. All right, see ya.
Welcome to my workshop, everyone. Today we're crafting something truly special. A unique prize for those daring enough to explore the hidden mysteries of Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition. This coin will be awarded to those who will survive. And by the end, they will take this trophy home as a symbol of their courage. As inspiration for our project, I'll be using the game box itself. It'll be really cool to use the Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition logo, and then for the back side to use this nice artwork of the house itself. It's details like these that connect our craft with the spirit of the game, making it not just a coin, but a piece of the game's enigma itself. Let's begin. I decided to go with beech for the coin because of its strength and durability, qualities that reflect the resilience players will need in Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition. This wood can withstand a lot, which makes it perfect for the challenging journey that's ahead. So these beech boards have been glued together. The glue is dried, and I just need to run it through a planer so I get a nice smooth, flat surface on both sides. Well, we have our boards cut, glued and planed now, so we have a nice smooth flat surface to work with. Now we just need to cut out the coin. So in order to do that, I have this little jig here. It'll work with the router. For this jig, I'm going to use a more shallow screw so I don't mess up the carving surface that I'm working with. I only hope to go in here a few millimeters. Also, as far as the depth settings for this, typically you'll only want to go down maybe, I don't know, 7 millimeters, something like that. Now just move it forwards here, clamp it down, plug it in and spin it around as I cut. I'm just doing a little bit of touch-up sanding right now. Since I just cut the edge with the router, I've noticed that the edge is not perfectly clean, so it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, since I also want to do some reading on the edge, so those nice ridges like a real coin. Just a few more details to finish up here real quick before we get into carving. I'm going to use a round over bit on this router and make a nice smooth edge to this on both sides, just so it feels nice, and then put some reading along the edge as well. Alright, so the main cutting for the reading is done. However, I'm going to use a little bit of sandpaper and smooth out the edge here. So the reading for the edge is finally done, so that means we get to move on to the fun part, which is carving the house on the front of the coin. And I'm going to use carbon paper to put the actual image onto the surface itself. And then I also have a little scrap of plastic here I'll use just to make a circle around the edge so we can have a nice rim to it, so it looks like a real coin. So finally we can get to the carving part. I'm going to go ahead and use this router to route out the border around the drawing itself, and then a rotary tool to do the finer details. So the outlining work is finished. Now I just need to take a rotary tool and do the details on the house. Finally finished the carving for the house itself. However, for the other side, I'll be doing the Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition logo. Every detail brings a bit of the game's story into our coin, making it a part of the game's world. All right, so now we have the stand that I made and the coin, complete with house and logo. Paired together, they look pretty good. But there's one last thing we need to do for this. To make it a prize worthy of those who will survive, I'm going to put gold leaf on the lettering here and on the back to make it especially interesting and bright as a beacon for those who play the game. All right, so the gold leaf has been added and it looks great. All that's left now is to spray it with lacquer to seal it, and then it'll be ready to be a prize. The coin is finished. As I've mentioned before, this isn't just any token. This coin is a key to unlocking the chilling secrets of the upcoming adventure. This coin will be rewarded to the lucky player or players who dared enough to play Betrayal at House on the Hill, 3rd edition, and survive traitor or not. The game awaits and I'm excited to see where it leads. Thanks for watching, and we'll wait for how it all unfolds at the haunted house.
Okay, so today we are back to create another epic Heriquest craft. I'm here at Josh's workshop and he has something really cool in store. What have you designed?
So right here I have designed for portable organizer.
Ooh, sounds cool.
Yeah, so not only does the top open, but also has storage in the sides for extra miniatures.
Looks amazing. Let's get started. I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out.
Definitely.
All right, Josh, so you have all your pieces ready. What's the next step?
Just take all these pieces I just cut and assemble them, which is my favorite part.
Cool. Okay, you'll make the tiny boxes to go into the organizer.
Yes.
Nice. All right, while you do that, I'm gonna go paint my miniatures. Hey Josh, my miniatures are ready and painted. And here is the fabric that you asked for.
Fantastic. So now we're done using the laser. We have our cut acrylic sheet. And we're going to assemble this using super glue, and after that we'll have nice acrylic sheet card holders. Okay, so it's been 12 hours. The foam has expanded around the miniatures inside. So we'll get to see how it turns out. Cut it open. And yeah, this is the first time I've tried this, so I can't wait to see it.
Wow, Josh, this organizer came out so good. The miniatures look so good in the red velvet, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun to make this.
Yeah, I know. It was super cool, and I can't wait to take it to our next Heriquest game. Good job.
Thanks.
What do you guys think that we should make next time? See ya!